Hello, grade 8. Welcome again. This is week 2 for quarter 3. Ano po? So I hope that you still have the energy and the excitement for learning because today we'll be talking about the types of volcanoes po. So I am Sir Wawi, your ever curious science buddy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe para lagi kang updated sa mga future science videos ko. Alright? Ready na ba kayo? Let's go. So, for the learning competency, describe the different types of volcanoes found around the world according to their activity, type of eruption, location in the grass. So, napakadali lang naman yung ating discussion. We will just have to differentiate the different types of volcanoes. Okay, their activities, how they erupt, and of course, their location in the grass. Okay, for the learning objectives, differentiate volcanoes from mountains. Okay, we will try to differentiate volcanoes and mountains. Magkaiba ba sila or magkatulad lamang? Okay, second, describe the relationships between the role of the plate interactions in the formation of volcanoes. Okay, so meron kayang significant role yung ating plate interactions, plate movement, okay, in the formation of volcanoes? Let's see. So the third one, relate the types of volcanoes to the process of volcanic formation. Okay? So discuss natin yung mga types of volcanoes and their processes. Okay, of volcanic formation. Then for number 4, classify different types of volcanoes based on their major characteristics. So titingnan natin later ano. So it's um I'm so excited to discuss this topic. Okay, so for teachers, ito rin ay isa sa mga one of the best topics na pwede natin gamitin for our classroom observation, of course. Ayan. So let's have a short review before we proceed. Okay, it is a discussion that we had in our week 1. So the first one, a deep, narrow valley on the ocean floor. What is it? A deep, narrow valley. Okay, in on the ocean floor. Ibig sabihin nasa ilalim ng dagat. Deep but narrow. Okay, okay, it's a trench. Correct. Okay. Next, it's found in saan ba makikita yung trench? Okay, in our previous discussion, we have two classification of crust, the oceanic and continental. So it's found in, correct, it's in oceanic crust. Okay, the second one, a chain of underwater mountains formed by moving plates. Chain of underwater mountains. Okay, it's okay, a mid-ocean ridge and found in, of course, in oceanic crust. Okay, next. A large landform that rises high above the land. Okay, it's mountain. Okay, found in continental crust. Okay, what about this one? Volcano. An opening in earth where lava, ash, and gases come out. Okay, nasabi ko na yung sagot. It's a volcano, okay? Okay, sorry for that. Okay, and it's found in, okay, continental crust. But, okay, in addition for that, okay, volcano can also be found in oceanic crust because there are volcanoes, okay, located under water. Okay, next. Ayan. So, for our activity number 1, true or false, oceanic versus continental crust. So, for our objectives, to assess students' understanding of the characteristics and differences between oceanic and continental crust. So, we have our PowerPoint presentation. So, yung ating first activity is just a review. Okay, we will try to differentiate, okay, oceanic and continental. Okay, true or false activity. So, based on what you have learned in week 1, titingnan lang natin kung natatandaan pa. Ano? Okay. So, true or false? Basaltic rocks mostly make up the oceanic crust. Is it true or false? Okay, it's true ano. So, yung ating oceanic crust, okay, kaya nga siya ay denser, okay, compared to continental because it's made of basaltic rocks. Okay, that's why during what do you call this, in the subduction zone, okay, dun sa ating subduction zone, ang bumababa or lumulubog is yung ating oceanic crust compared to continental because the oceanic crust is made of basaltic rocks. Okay, next. The density of the oceanic crust is around 2.9 to 3.0 gram, okay, per cubic centimeter. Okay, is it true or false? Okay, it's true. Okay, tatandaan natin ano. So, it's just a number. Okay, just remember the density of oceanic crust. The third one, trenches, mid-ocean ridges, and undersea volcanoes are features of the continental crust. Okay, nandun yung undersea volcanoes. Features ba siya ng continental crust? Okay, it's false. Ano yung ating trenches, mid-ocean ridges, and undersea volcanoes? Okay, undersea volcanoes are features of oceanic, not continental. Okay, next. The oceanic crust is constantly created and destroyed by seafloor spreading and subduction. Is it true or false? Okay, it's true. Ano, the oceanic crust is constantly created. Okay, may nabubuo, may mga nasisira naman. Okay, by sea floor spreading and subduction. Okay, during subduction, like what I've said earlier, yung oceanic crust is bumababa or lumulubog. Okay, below continental crust because it's denser. Okay, denser compared to continental crust. Ano? Next, continental crust is mainly made of granitic rocks. Is it true or false? Okay, it's true. Okay, it's made of granitic rocks while the oceanic is made of basaltic. So remember ha. So kumbaga pangalawang discussion na natin na to about oceanic and continental. What about this one? Continental crust is denser than oceanic crust. Is it true or false that continental is denser compared to oceanic? Okay, it's false kasi mas dense po yung ating oceanic compared to continental crust. Okay, next. The density of the continental crust is around or about 2.7 gram per cubic centimeter. Is it true or false? It's true. Okay, it's just a number. Kaya tandaan natin. What about this one? Volcanoes and mountains are examples of elevated landforms formed by continental crust. Is it true or false? Okay, it's true, syempre, ano? Okay, it's a features of continental crust, the volcanoes and mountains. Next, okay, so we are done in that particular activity. Okay, we will now proceed on unlocking vocabulary or volcano terms. So for the objectives of this activity, to enhance students' understanding of key vocabulary related to volcanoes and mountains. So we have our PowerPoint presentation. Ano? Okay, so for the instructions, read each meaning or description shown in the flash. Okay, think carefully about which volcano-related word matches the meaning. And for the third one, write down the correct vocabulary word on your answer sheet. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so it refers to a volcano's current state. Okay, it refers to a volcano's current state. It's okay. Activity. Okay, it refers to a volcano's current state. Ano ba yung current state ng isang vulkan ngayon? Ano ba yung ginagawa or activity niya ngayon? Do you think that volcano is active or inactive? Okay, like for example, ano ba yung current state ng Taal volcano ngayon? Okay, 'di ba? It's active, very active. Talagang kitang-kita natin every para na lang dito sa Batangas. Lagi na lang may palabas si Taal Volcano. Okay, so next, process by which a volcano expels molten rock. Okay, yung process, ano, what is the process where a volcano expel? When we say expel, naglabas, okay, ng molten rock. And when a molten rock reaches the Earth's surface, it becomes lava. Okay, pag yung molten rock natin is still inside the uh, Earth's, okay, it's still inside, it is known as magma. Okay, so ano po yung process where a volcano expels molten rock? Okay, it's eruption. Pagputok, pagsabog. Okay, next. Molten rock that lies beneath the Earth's surface. What is the molten rock that lies beneath the Earth's surface? Correct. It's magma. Okay. Segments in the lithosphere were irregular sizes and shapes. It's a segments in lithosphere or in our crust, okay, with irregular sizes and shapes. It's okay, plates. Okay, yan yung mga gumagalaw. Okay, as you can see. Next, so for our next activity, hopefully naman na medyo na-refresh or um, energized tayo in that simple vocabulary terms. Ano? So for our next activity, mountains versus volcanoes. Spot the difference. So for the objective of this activity, at the end of this activity, students will be able to differentiate between mountains and volcanoes based on their formation, structure, and characteristics. And so meron tayong PowerPoint presentation for the instructions. Read the given descriptions and identify whether each feature refers to a mountain or a volcano. Second is complete the comparison table by listing at least three differences between a mountain and a volcano. And for the third one, draw or label a simple illustration of a mountain and a volcano to show their distinct features. So for this activity, ang gagawin niyo lang mga anak, may naka-flash tayo. Okay, na particular components and we will try to differentiate the mountains and a volcano para mas maliwanag sa atin ano. Okay, so sige, let's start. Ayan, so mountain versus volcano when it comes to formation. Okay, so mountains are typically formed, okay, by tectonic forces such as the collision or convergence of tectonic plates or by erosion and uplift over time. While the volcanoes are formed by the accumulation of volcanic material ejected during eruptions. So that's the main difference between how a mountain is formed or how a volcano is formed. Paano ba yan mga anak? So ang sabi dyan, mountains are usually formed when tectonic plates push against each other. Kasi nagbabanggaan yan. Like what you can see earlier in our vocabulary terms, yung illustration doon, where yung mga plates nagbabanggaan, nagkakaroon ng collision. And during collision, okay, or pushing, okay, nagkakaroon tayo ng, or yung nagiging result is formation of mountain. Actually, yung Mount Everest natin mga anak, okay, one of the famous mountain in the world, nabuo yun because of collision of two plates. Okay. So here, another, imagine natin na lang na two giant puzzle pieces. Okay, on Earth's surface, nag-bump each other. Okay, bumping each other. The edges crumple and push upward, forming mountain ranges like the Himalayas. Okay, sometimes mountains can also form slowly over time because of erosion. Okay, tama yung nasabi kanina. Sir, pag nagbanggaan yung dalawang, let's say, continental, okay, dalawang plates, di ka para silang continental. Pag nagbanggaan yung mga anak, since um, we are talking about density. Parehas yung density ng yan. Pag nagbanggaan yan, walang lulubog. Possible walang lumubog. So, ang mangyari, umangat lang yung lupa. Pero pag ang nagbanggaan kasi is continental and oceanic, yung isa lulubog at yung isa naman is nasa taas. Ano? Okay. That's when Mount Everest is formed. Dalawang continental yung nag-collide. Okay. So, how about a volcano? Paano ba na-form yung volcano? Okay. So, volcanoes are formed when magma. Okay, yung magma natin, ano, or ang ibang term sa magma is molten rock, melted rock. Okay. Pag yung ating magma inside the Earth's erupts. So, paano yun mag-erupts? Saan yun lalabas? Doon sa mga cracks. Okay, nakita kanina natin doon sa mga plates, may mga cracks. Doon lumalabas yung magma. At pag lumabas yan, okay, sa taas, okay, lumabas na, nakarating na sa Earth's surface. Siyempre, pag nakarating yung magma sa Earth's surface, tatawaging lava, and eventually, the lava will cool down. Titigas. Okay. Na magiging dahilan para mag-pile up. Maging rock sila sa taas. Mag-pile up, and eventually, maka-form sila ng isang mataas na landform, which is known as a volcano. Okay. So, next, composition. Ano ba yung meron sa mountains? Okay, so ano ba yung bumubuo sa isang mountains? It's composition. So mountains may consist of variety of rock types. So are you familiar of the three main types of rocks? The sedimentary, igneous, and metamorphic rocks. Of course, the mountains is composed of these three major types of rocks. The igneous, the metamorphic, and sedimentary. On the other hand, volcanoes are composed of volcanic rocks, lava flows, and ash deposits. Okay, so yun yung meron. Kaibahan ano? Yun yung pagkakaiba. Yung isa, Okay, it consists lang of different types of rocks, while the other, the volcano, consists of rocks, lava flows, okay, and meron din yung mga madaming ash deposits. Okay, next for their activity. Okay, for the mountain, mountains may be relatively dormant and inactive. Okay, relatively dormant or inactive. When we say inactive, okay, hindi siya nagkakaroon ng mga dangerous activities. Okay, like pag-expel ng mga pyroclastic fragments. Okay, while volcanoes are often associated with ongoing volcanic activity including eruptions. Associated talaga eruptions. Possible pag nagkaroon ng eruption, there are tendencies na magkaroon ng earthquakes and the release of gases. Okay, which is dangerous. Dangerous in the environment, especially to humans and other animals. Okay, that's the main difference between the two. For their shape, paano ba nagkakaiba sa shape yung dalawa? Okay. So mountains can have a variety of shapes and forms depending, okay, depending on their geological history, okay, and the process that shaped them. While volcano, when it comes to its shape, volcanoes often have distinct shapes such as conical or dome-like structures resulting from the accumulation of volcanic material around the vent. Okay. So yung mountains kasi nga mga anak natin, pwede silang magkaroon ng iba't ibang shape. Okay? It depends on their geological processes over a long time. Ano? So some mountains have sharp peaks. May mga mountains na may sharp peaks. Okay? Like the Himalayas. Okay? Because of strong tectonic collision. So nagkaroon siya ng sharp peak because of strong tectonic collision. Malakas talagang banggaan. Ano? Okay, while others, yung ibang mga mountains naman natin, may mga round tops. Okay, round tops. Bakit nagkaroon ng round tops? Because wind and rain slowly wore them down. Okay, yung wind, okay, yung rain na wore down yung kanilang pinaka-peak. Kumbaga, habang umuulan, okay, kumbaga napapanpan, kaya nagkaroon sila ng round tops. Okay, their shape tells us about their history. Okay, how they were built and changed. Yung atin namang mga volcanoes, okay, may mga distinct shapes sila. Yung nasabi ko, mga conical, dome-like structures. One of the iconic volcanoes in the world, yung twin-like nga sinasabi is the Mayon and Mount Fuji in Japan. Okay, so talagang pag sinabi natin sa shape lang ng mountains, they have many shapes. Marami siyang shapes. Okay, because of plate movement. While yung ating volcanoes, may cone, may dome shape because of erupted materials. Okay, erupted materials building up around the vent. Okay, kasi nga pag lumalabas yung lava, okay, paglabas ng lava, titigas yan, magiging rocks, mapapiled up. O what if another lava ulit yung lumabas? Magkumbaga nagpapiled up, nagpapatong-patong. Okay, yun ang kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng dome-like or cone-like structure sa ating volcano. Parang yung ice cream pag natutunaw, sa gilid diga yung mga so yung sa gilid ng mga pababa na natutunaw, nagpa-pile up. Okay. So, follow-up questions. Why are volcanoes considered more active than most of the mountains? Bakit sila active? When we say active, okay, pag sinabi nating active, may mga activities like eruptions, okay, nagpapakita ng dangerous activities, Okay, so answer is volcanoes are more active because they erupt, release lava, ash, and gases while most mountains don't. Okay, yun yung kaibahan nila. Okay, active kasi ang vulkan kasi sila yung nagpumuputok. Okay, naglalabas ng lava, ash, and other gases. Okay, can a mountain become a volcano? Or are they completely different landforms? Explain. So for the answer, a mountain cannot become a volcano. They are different landforms, but a volcano can look like a mountain. Okay? So tandaan natin, a mountain cannot become a volcano. Okay? But a volcano can look like a mountain. Okay. So next, so meron ako ditong volcano album for our activity number 4, volcano or a mountain. So for the objectives to help students distinguish between different landforms by identifying whether they are volcanoes or mountains. Okay, so meron ako ditong mga ipapakitang local landforms sa Philippines lang makikita. Okay, and then you will try to identify or try to identify whether it is a volcano or a mountain. Okay, so for the instructions, look at each landform. Okay, name or picture in the album. Example, Mount Apo, Mount Everest, Mayon Volcano. Pero hindi ako nagpakita ng Mount Everest. Sabi ko nga local. Okay, ipapakita ko sa inyo. Second, identify if the landform is a volcano or a mountain. Write your answer in the space provided. Okay, so sige. Let's start. Volcano Mountain Album. So, meron tayong Mount Apo here. It's an album. It's a picture of Mount Apo. Mount Pulag. Okay. Mount Kitanglad. Meron din tayong Mayun Volcano, one of the famous volcano not only in the Philippines but in the world. Taal Volcano. Okay. Mount Pinatubo. Okay, so ready na ba kayo? So, we will try. Okay, titingnan natin kung saan dyan yung vulkan at saan yung mountain. Okay, Mount Apo. Let's start with Mount Apo. Are you ready? So, do you think that Mount Apo is a volcano or a mountain? Ayan. So, ang ating Mount Apo is a mountain or a volcano. Tatandaan natin ha. Okay, it's the tallest mountain in the Philippines, a dormant volcano in Mindanao. Dormant volcano. Sir, akala ko din. Okay, akala ko din. Yun yung pagkakaalam ko mga anak. Mountain. Akala ko mountain talaga ang Mount Apo. But according to my research, okay, Mount Apo is officially classified by the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology or PHIVOLCS as a potential active stratovolcano. Okay, potentially active stratovolcano, meaning it is a volcano that hasn't erupted. Okay, yun yung vulkan daw, yung Mount Apo na never pang nag-erupt. Okay, na walang na-record sa history. Pero nagpapakita ng sign na posible siyang pumutok in the future. Okay. So at the same time, it is also the highest mountain in the Philippines. Ano, which is approximately 2,954 meters or 9,692 feet. Okay. So tandaan natin, Mount Apo is a volcano, okay, which is a stratovolcano. A mountain, which is the tallest mountain here in the Philippines. Nakasified kasi siyang mountain kasi never pa naman siyang na-recordan na pumutok or nagkaroon ng volcanic activity. Okay, so ayo enlighten kayo. Okay, so next, Mayon Volcano. Of course, Mayon Volcano is a volcano naturally. Okay, famous for its perfect cone shape located in Albay. Okay, so sino nang nakarating sa inyo sa Mayon Volcano? Yan, gusto ko rin makarating dyan. Okay, next. What about this one? Mount Pulag. Okay. Nasa bucket list ko to eh. Pupuntahan ko to sa February with my friend. Okay, so it's a mountain of course. Ayan. So yung ating Mount Pulag, known for its sea of clouds. Sea of clouds and diverse plant life in Luzon. Okay. Ang Mount Pulag natin, it's a mountain na famous sa atin for most of the hikers. Ito yung karaniwang inaakit ng mga hikers, Mount Pulag. Okay, pero hindi ko pa naaakyat yan. And next year, hopefully. Okay, next. What about Taal volcano? It's of course, naturally a volcano within a lake with a lake inside its crater. Crater. Tingnan niyo yung definition. A volcano within a lake. Siya ay volcan within a lake. Pero with a lake in its crater pa din. Ano? So, nakakatawa naman. And it's located here. Okay. In our province of Batangas. Okay. So anyway, okay, ayan. So next is mountain. It's a mountain, the Mount Kitanglad. Okay. A protected area in Bukidnon, home to the Philippine eagle. It's a mountain. Tingnan niyo yung ating anak. Para siyang round top. Yung taas niya. Ganun yung round top. Okay, ng mountain. Ano? Okay. Next, Mount Pinatubo. It's a volcano. Okay, so erupted in 1991, forming a crater lake. Okay, now called Lake Pinatubo. Okay, may crater lake siya sa taas. Okay, how could you tell if that image was a volcano or a mountain? How could you tell? Okay, a volcano has a crater cone shape and may show lava or smoke. Okay, a mountain does not. Okay, so madali lang naman natin ma-classify ano, kung may crater, okay, cone shape at may nagpapakita ng lava or smoke pataas. It's a volcano. Pero pag wala yung mga yon, okay, we can easily classify it as a mountain. Okay, which photos were difficulty to classify? How come? Okay, ano yung nahirapan kayo? Wala tong sagot. Anong nahirapan? Actually, yung Mount Apo, 'di ba? Mount Apo kasi talagang yun yung sa mga history books, the tallest mountain here in the Philippines. But talaga kailangan natin mag-research, ano, mga teachers, sir, ano, talagang kailangan nating mag-fact check. Okay, before the discussion, baka mawindang tayo sa mga na updated, okay, updated information. Okay, so anyway, next, what examples of mountains and volcanoes exist in the actual world? Okay, for volcanoes, we have Mayon, Taal, Pinatubo. For mountains, we have Mount Apo, Pulag, and Kitanglan. Okay, next, for our next activity, how the Hawaiian Islands were formed. Saan to? Hawaiian. Okay, in Pacific. Okay, so for the objectives to help students understand the geological process behind the formation of the Hawaiian Islands. Paano ba nabuo yung Hawaiian Islands? Let's talk about that. So we have our PowerPoint presentation. For the instruction, watch the video presentation about the formation of the Hawaiian Islands. Pay attention to the important processes and ideas shown in the video. After watching the answer, okay? After watching, answer the guide questions or statements provided by your teacher. So, meron po akong mga video doon sa ating description. So, panoorin nyo muna yun before watching this video para naman makasagot tayo kasi bawal ako mag-play ng video dito. So, this is the video here. Sa mga nag-avail, nasa drive na din yung video. Pa-insert na lang po ako. Okay. So, next, so we have a story map how the Hawaiian Islands were formed. For trivia, the Hawaiian Islands were formed by a hotspot. Hotspot. Tingnan natin ano ba yung hotspot. Okay, under the Pacific Ocean. As the Pacific plate moves, habang gumagalaw yung Pacific plates, okay, it's the plates. Okay, new islands keep forming. That's why Hawaii is a chain of islands. A chain of islands. Okay, tingnan natin yung map. It's chain of islands. Paano ba nabuo yung mga islands na yan? Tingnan natin. Okay, first, ito yung process kung paano nabuo yung Hawaii Islands, ha? The hotspot pushes up melted rock. The hotspot. Saan ba yung hotspot? This is the hotspot. Okay, this is the hotspot. The hotspot pushes up melted rock from deep inside the earth. Okay, ito yung hotspot. Nagpupush ng magma pataas or the melted rock. Second, magma breaks through the ocean floor and forms an undersea volcano. Nag-break through na, nakalabas na yung magma, lumabas na sa ocean floor. Pag nakarating, di ba, ang magma, okay, sa air surface, okay, it's nagiging lava, and then eventually it cool downs. Pag sinabi natin cool downs, okay, molten rock siya, pag nakarating sa Earth's surface, titigas na yan. Okay, nag-cool down. Okay, and eventually, pag may lumabas ulit na magma, okay, magpa-pile up. Okay, hanggang sa makabuo ng isang island. Okay, the volcano grows bigger until it rises above the water, creating an island. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, nag-pile up na. Okay, yung mga lumabas na magma. Okay, nagpatong-patong na hanggang makabuo ng isang island. Okay, it's an island. Okay, next, paano pa nabuo yung Hawaii? Third, the Pacific Plate slowly moves the island away from the hotspot. Yung Pacific Plate natin, unti-unting gumagalaw. Okay, gumalaw. Okay, moving away from the hotspot. Gumalaw, this is the island that is formed. Okay, and then yung Pacific Plate, gumalaw. Yung island, kay lumayo sa hotspot. Paggalaw ng plate, yung island, lumayo sa hotspot. And then, syempre yung hotspot hindi naman umalis sa pwesto niya, nag-release ulit ng mga magma. Okay. The hotspot makes a new volcano in another spot. Another island is formed. Okay. Nung paggalaw ng ating plates, syempre, naka-form ulit ng another volcano. Okay, this process repeats creating a chain of island. Gumalaw ulit yung plates. Okay, paggalaw ng plates, may nabuo ulit na volcano or islands or island. Okay, yun yung process kung paano nabuo yung ating Hawaiian Island. Sir, ngayon po, possible po bang may create na another island sa Hawaii in the future? Yes, kasi nga gumagalaw pa din ang Pacific Plate till now. Okay, possible madagdagan pa ng madagdagan yan. Okay, as times goes by. Pero yung mga formation ng island natin na yan, baka hindi na natin maabutan. Kasi it takes a very long time. Okay, so hindi yan isang gabi lang. Okay, next. How does the movement of the Pacific Plate over the hotspot result in the formation of the Hawaiian island chain? Sabi dyan, the Pacific Plate moves but the hotspot stays. So, new islands form in a chain. Okay, so kung mapapansin natin, paano ba nabuo yung chain of island? Okay, pag may nabubuong island, gumagalaw yung Pacific Plate. Okay, syempre, umalis doon yung island, may mapuform ulit na another island. Okay, and the process repeat itself. Okay. So next, how do the eruptions of these volcanoes contribute to the growth of the island? Lava from eruption piles up. Yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, nagpa-pile up kasi yung mga lava or yung mga magma na lumalabas dun sa hotspot kaya nakaka-form ng isang island, making the island bigger. Okay, next, what are the steps in forming volcanoes based on the video? Okay, based on the video, the form the steps in formation of volcanoes, the magma rises, okay, from inside the earth, and then it breaks through the surface. It breaks through the earth's surface. Then lava builds up, then the volcano grows. Okay, that's the process. How do you think this volcanic activity on the island can form the mountains? Repeated eruptions pile lava higher, forming mountains. Okay. Next. So for our next activity, how a volcano is formed. So to explain and understand the processes that lead to the formation of a volcano. Okay. So for the instructions, listen carefully to the discussion or watch the presentation about how a volcano is formed. Take note of the key stages such as magma generation, rising and eruption. Okay, then for the third one, answer the activity questions based on what you have learned. Okay, so sige. How volcanoes form and grow? Paano ba nabubuo? Okay, the first one, magma generation. Ano? Okay, saan ba galing ang magma? Okay, inside the earth. Sa loob, heat and pressure combine to melt a rock. Okay, to melt a rock, of course, we have heat and pressure. Deep under the earth's mantle, creating magma. Yung mga magma na nasa ilalim, it breaks through. Lumalabas, tumataas. Okay, saan lumalabas? Dun sa mga cracks. Pag yan ay lumabas, okay, nagko-cool down sa taas, titigas, nagkakaroon ng pile of rocks. Okay, pag pumutok ulit, lalabas ulit yung magma, madadagdagan ng patong until makakreate. Okay, ng volcano. Okay, and then for the second one, magma may be built up in subterranean spaces known as magma chambers. As it climbs toward the surface, the Earth's crust has cracks and holes that cause these chambers to rise. Okay, ayan. Okay, sabi ko nga sa inyo, doon sa mga cracks lumalabas yung magma natin. Okay, next. Eruption. Okay, that's the next process. An eruption happens when the pressure inside the magma chamber increases to a point where it is greater than the strength of the surrounding rock. There is a wide range of eruptions from mild lava flows to explosions that emit gas, ash, and volcanic pumps. Okay, so ito yung third natin. Pag nakaakyat na, okay, yung magma sa taas, yan, magkakaroon na tayo ng eruptions. Okay. Next, volcanic material accumulation. During eruptions, habang pumuputok yung vulkan, okay, ash, pyroclastic debris. Pag sinabi nating pyroclastic, it's yung pyro means heat, yung clastic means pieces of rocks. Okay, kaya debris. Okay, naglalabas ng maiinit na mga pera-peraso ng bato. And lava flows shoot out of the vent and gather around the volcano's summit and slopes. Okay, the volcano shape and form are built up over time by multiple eruptions. So, yung isang shape naman ng volcano, mga anak, hindi lang naman yan nabuo, okay, ng isang beses na eruption. Okay? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, nabubuo yung kanyang dome shape, yung cone shape, because the lava.
piled up. Okay. Pero pwede namang isang beses lang na eruption kung pag sobrang lakas. Okay, ng pagputok na yun at sobrang dami ng nilabas na magma. Okay, number 5. Ongoing activity. Volcanoes have the potential to erupt periodically or sunod-sunod, followed by periods of inactivity. Pwedeng pumutok siya ng malakas ngayon at sundan ng matagal na hindi pagputok. Pwedeng ganun. Certain species might endure millennia, but others go extinct. Okay, pwedeng pagputok niya ngayon, okay, yun na yung pinaka-last niya. Okay, there's more than only the exhaustion of magma sources that can lead to extinction. Pag yung isang bulkan kasi, yung kanyang magma chamber, nag-cool down, nawalan. Okay, wala ng source ng magma, okay, baka ang volcano is ma-extinct. Okay, like what we are talking about the volcano in the Benham Rise, yung Apolaki. Okay, yung wala, nung chinek daw ata yun is wala na yung kanyang magma chamber. Kaya kino-consider niya siya as dormant. Okay? Volcanoes may be moved by the plate movement away from the source of magma which reduces the likelihood of eruption. Okay, yung ating mga bulkan kaya nagiging dormant din, lumalayo siya dun sa okay, pinaka, what they call, source of magma. Okay, because of plate movement. Like what happened in Hawaii Island. That yung mga island na yun, dati yung mga bulkan, but because of plate movement, okay, lumayo sila dun sa pinaka-source. Yung hotspot hindi umaalis, pero yung mga volcanoes gumagalaw because of plate movements. Next, volcano formation. Okay, check natin kung nakinig kayo sa discussion natin. Multiple choice lang to. What causes rocks deep in the Earth's mantle to melt and form magma? What causes rocks deep in the Earth's mantle to melt? Paano ba ma-melt ang bato? Cold temperature and high pressure, heat and pressure, wind and erosion, rainwater and gravity. Okay, it's letter B, heat and pressure. Next, where does magma collect as it rises toward the Earth's surface? Crater, lava flow, magma chamber, fault line. It's letter C, magma chamber. Doon yan naka-imbak habang tumataas. Okay. Next, what happens when the pressure in the magma chamber becomes stronger than the surrounding rock? Ang mangyayari pag yung pressure sa magma chamber becomes stronger, the magma solidifies, an eruption occurs, the volcano becomes extinct, or the magma sinks back down. Correct. It's letter B, an eruption will occur. Okay. Number 4. Which of the following materials can be released during a volcanic eruption? Ano yung mga possible materials na mailalabas? Ash, lava, and pyroclastic debris, sand, soil, and gravel, ice, snow, and rain, wind, water, and sunlight. Okay, it's letter A. Ash, lava, and pyroclastic debris. Okay. So for number 5, why do some volcanoes eventually become extinct? Bakit nagiging extinct? Yung ating diniscuss. They move away from the magma source. They become too tall. They run out of lava instantly. They are cooled by rainfall. Okay, they move away from the magma source because of plate movements. Okay, so hopefully you learn something on that short activity. So okay, so let's proceed on the activity number 7, exploring the types of volcanoes. Okay, so for the objectives to identify and describe the different types of volcanoes based on their shape, eruption style, and characteristics. So listen carefully during the discussion or video presentation about the types of volcanoes. Take note of the features, examples, and differences of each type. So participate actively by sharing your answers or insights when asked. So let's start the different types of volcano. Okay, so for the first one, cinder cone volcano. Okay, it's symmetrical cone. Okay, up to 1,200 feet. Okay, 370 meters. The slope is 32 to 40 degrees. For the description, forms when explosive activity throws magma into the air, which cools into cinders and settles around the volcano's opening. So this emerged in just a few years during one active period, and then afterward they are usually extinct. But they may occur on the side of a larger volcano. So merong major event, okay, when it is active, then after that major event, okay, nagiging extinct na sila after, ano? So, did you know that a volcano once appeared in Mexican farmers' field in 1943? It's called the Parikuten in Mexico, ano, and it grew hundreds of meters tall in less than 10 years. Okay. So, a cinder cone volcanoes are the smallest type. Tanda natin. The smallest type of volcano. They form when bits of lava, called cinders, are thrown into the air. Okay, then fall back down and pile around the vent. Okay, kumbaga yung mga cinders from the air nagpile back. Okay, sa vent. Okay, their eruptions are short but very powerful. Tandaan natin, like a quick burst of fireworks. Okay, so yung ating pinakita, these are the example, the Mount Arica in Camarines Sur, the Paricutin in Mexico. Okay, so how does a cinder cone volcano typically form? Paano kaya nabubuo yan? Okay, syempre, through the accumulation of ejected cinders. Okay, yung na sinabi nga natin kanina, no? So when you see a small steep volcano made of volcanic fragments, that's our cinder cone. Okay, small but fierce. Okay. Next, we have composite volcano. Okay, so yung ating composite volcano is also known as the stratovolcano. Ano, yung ibang tawag sa kanya. When it comes to shape and size, symmetrical cone for height up to 8,000 feet or 2,400 meters, roughly 6 degrees near the base and roughly 30 degrees near the top. Okay, so for the description over multiple eruptions, the accumulation of both explosive activity and lava flows form the steep, sweeping sides of this volcano. As it ages, multiple channels the surface can splinter off the central vent, influencing its shape. Tingnan niyo yan. Ating magma chamber and the central vent. Marami na siyang multiple channels. Okay. So, did you know that Mount Mayon is a composite volcano which is famous for its perfect cone shape? Naka-apekto din pala yung kanyang multiple channels. Okay? Dun sa kanyang perfect shapes. Okay? So, composite volcanoes are tall, steep, and layered. They form through alternating eruption of ash and lava. Parang layered cake, mga anak. Okay? Their magma is thick and sticky, causing violent and explosive eruptions. So, yung ating Mount Mayon dito sa Philippines, yung Mount Fuji natin sa Japan, Mount St. Helens in United States. Kaya example siya ng composite volcano. Ano? Okay. So, tingnan natin. Ayan. So, how are composite volcanoes different from shield? Paano ba siya naiiba sa shield volcano? So, yung composite volcanoes natin are formed by layers of volcanic ash and lava. Parang alternate ash lava. Okay. So remember class, if a volcano looks tall and layered, like a triangle, and erupts explosively, that's a composite volcano or stratovolcano. Okay, so next, we have the shield volcano. Okay, ano naman dito sa shield volcano? Did you know that the Mauna Loa in Hawaii is a wide? It could cover half of the island in Luzon. Talagang kayang-kaya niyang i-cover yung island sa Luzon, ano? So, shield volcanoes have broad and gently sloping sides. They form the thin, runny lava that flows easily over long distances. Their eruptions are quiet and non-explosive. Okay, but the lava spreads far like a pancake. Okay, so yung ating shield volcano, tall and broad. Height is 30,000 feet to 9,000 meters. Roughly 10 degrees near the base and 5 degrees near the top. So over multiple eruptions, long fluid lava flows form broad layers, which accumulate into some of the world's largest volcanoes. So example nito is the Mauna Loa in Hawaii. Okay, yung height niya is 4,170 meters and the slope is less than 5 degrees. So which type of volcano is known for its quiet eruptions? Quiet eruptions, of course, is a shield volcano. So shield volcanoes don't explode. They float. They flow. Wide, gentle, and calm, like a sleeping giant. Okay, so for a short questions, which volcano types looks like tall triangle? Okay, it's a composite volcano. And which one is the smallest but erupts quickly like a fireworks? Cinder cone. Which one is wide, calm, shaped like a shield? Okay, shield volcano. Which one has gentle slopes? Of course, it's a shield volcano. Which has layer like ash and lava? It's a composite volcano. Sige nga, true or false? Cinder cone volcanoes usually form quickly during a single active period and are often extinct afterward. True or false? Correct, it's true. Shield volcanoes have a steep slopes of about 30 to 40 degrees near the top. It's it's false. I know. Okay, composite volcanoes are also called stratovolcanoes. Correct. True. Cinder cone volcanoes can reach heights of 30,000. It's false. It's shield anomaly. So, composite volcanoes often develop multiple channels. Okay, it's true. Okay, next. For our formative assessment, okay, choose the letter of the best answer. How are composite volcanoes different from shield? Ano nga? Okay, it's A. Shield volcanoes have steep sides. Composite volcanoes are much smaller. Shield volcanoes have violent eruptions. Or composite volcanoes are formed by layers of volcanic ash and lava. Okay, it's letter D. Okay, yung composite, alternate kasi siya. Ash, lava, ash, lava. Which of the following is not a feature of a stratovolcano? Layers of ash and lava, tall conical shape, gentle sloping sides, explosive eruptions. Okay, it's letter C. Gentle sloping sides. Yung gentle sloping is for shield, Okay, so how does a cinder cone volcano typically form? Through violent eruptions, by layers of cold lava flow, a layer of volcanic ash builds up, or through the accumulation of ejected cinders. It's letter D, accumulation of ejected cinders. Which type of volcano is known for its quiet eruptions with flowing lava? Quiet. Okay, it's a shield volcano. Correct. Okay. Hopefully that you learned something for today, guys. Okay. Thank you so much, grade 8, and see you for our next discussion.